I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, it's born like this, immaculate conception.
Alright, what is up? Kashami24MJ here, and I'm bringing y'all a video on the top meta moves for Strike Super characters. Now, I will do one for Ki Blast Super characters as well. That one's going to be pretty obvious. It's going to be like perfect shot on every skill slot. So, but with Strike Supers, it's a lot more diverse in a sense. Like, there's a lot more. I wouldn't say Strike Supers are better than Ki Blast Supers. It's just that some of them are way easily more abusable in that sense. And at the top of that list, we have Aura Slide. We all know about this cancer. We've been knowing about this cancer since Goku Black came out, and that was at the beginning of the game. So we've been aware of this. We just wasn't aware we get it for our characters, and they gave it for our characters, and ain't shit changed. So yeah, this combo can really be. I mean, this move can really be used. It doesn't do that much damage on the initial forward thing, but if you do the slice and then the forward one, that does some more damage. But if you do the entire backhand of the Aura Slide, that's where the fucking damage comes from. I know I made a move, a video about Aura Slide and a combo that you can do with it with Punisher Drive, and it do 10k, 11k damage just with 2 key bars. That's worse than Justice Combination. And the move to go exactly with Aura Slide is Punisher Drive. Now this move is complete meta. It's been meta since the beginning of the game, simply because while you're in it, it triggers from a very long distance. It tracks out the ass like a Ki Blast Super, and some Ki Blast Supers don't even track this good. And the worst part is you have invincibility frames during the entire part of it. So until you snap out of the move, you cannot be hit by anything. And actually, you can also reset the Punisher Drive if your timing is good, so that way you have invincibility frames and go right back into invincibility frames, giving you pure invincibility frames. And you can't burst dash them out of this either, because then Punisher Drives will still trigger. But yeah, Punisher Drive is pretty easily abusable. Anybody can really use it. You don't even have to know the startup time, to activate the startup time quick to actually know how to abuse that move. Super God Fist, this and Savage Strike are very similar. The thing is, they're both unvanishable in their own regard. Online, they're both unvanishable. Like the Super God Fist Infinite, you can do that with Savage Strike. With Savage Strike, it's not as effective, because sometimes when you hit them, the hit doesn't register, but they fly away, and so you can't teleport and hit them again. But Super God Fist, you just knock away, 1 bar vanish, and then do it again. So yeah, Super God Fist, some people believe Savage Strike is more abusable. Now they are similar, because when you hit somebody with either of the moves, when you're close to the ground, you can combo after it, like rush into them combo. But that's the only thing. If you try that God Fist Infinite stuff, it won't work with Savage Strike. Now I will say Super God Fist does do more than the first Savage Strike. Savage Strike does the exact same damage as Divine Retribution. So you know, it's 2 parts. If you just press Divine Retribution or Savage Strike, it does that first part. That's unvanished. Well, Divine Retribution is a key, but not Super God Fist, Savage Strike should be vanishable, but online it isn't. So yeah, for that part, they're basically the same. And with the second part, it is vanishable, but it does a lot more damage. Like my downward Savage Strike or my downward Divine Retribution, the sword part, does almost 4k damage. So yeah, but it is vanishable damage. You see, it does 10% more damage than the initial Savage Strike, but it's unvanishable in its regard. Know how you use it, but most people, the way most people use it is unvanishable. If you ever get caught up in an infinite, just use your evasive if you have enough stamina, or if you want to just gain some stamina right quick, or if you notice Super God Fist ain't doing shit for damage, yeah, fuck it, let them hit you with 5 Super God Fists. It's only gonna be 7k damage if it ain't doing shit for damage, you know. But yeah, Savage Strike, like I already explained it, you can have either one of these 2 on. I would prefer, it just depends. If you're a dick if you're a dick and just want to do the God Fist Infinite, yeah, it's a lot more efficient with this. But if you want a secure way after you finish a combo to hit them with the a move, then Savage Strike is the way, because it pretty much always hits, and it's unvanishable as well. It just does less damage than Super God Fist, unless you're doing the double tap one, which does a lot more damage than both of them, but it's vanishable. So yeah. As for the rest of these moves, we have Gigantic Omega, easily one of the best supers in the game. It's been one of the best in Xenoverse 1. Gigantic Omega is clearly a Ki Blast. It's a hybrid of Ki Blast Super and Strike Supers, because you can hit him, if you hit him up close, it does more damage. But if you knock him away and do it, you can cause some damage and combo afterwards, which I don't think is okay. You shouldn't be able to combo after that. To fix that problem, they should really do that. Kaioken Assault is, in my opinion, a meta move, and I say that simply because I already said before that Kaioken Assault is one of the best strike supers in the game, and since they patched it or fixed it or however they did it, yeah, it really is one of the best strike supers in the game. Easily baitable, like you can easily bait somebody out their stamina. If you time it right, you can recover after the time that you're supposed to get punished. So yeah, Kaioken Assault easily, not really. It is meta, to be honest, because I've seen enough people use it and enough people try to abuse it to the point to where, like, all right, so that's the thing, that's something. Another one is Finishing Blow. Now, Finishing Blow, people use it for quick damage. So if you're looking for quick damage, it's most popular on male Saiyans, because male Saiyans do that triangle hit, and then they do Finishing Blow, and then they do it again, and this should start adding up damage, and then next thing you know, you're down a health bar in like 3 seconds. You're like, what the fuck? So if they have like 125 basic, 125 strike, and they do that Finishing Blow combo with Super Saiyan 3 and Akabe Super Soul at level 99, you're dead. Unless you got extra defense, you're fucking dead. So yeah, this is easily a meta move, not even just with the Saiyans, but a meta move in general. It's like another version of Aura Slide. I believe it does more damage than Aura Slide though, but you can't continue a combo afterward. But if you're just looking for close combat to keep the combo going, then Finishing Blow is your go. And then next up, we have Super Mad Dance, and this is going to be the last one on the skills list. Now, Super Mad Dance, it's not as meta as it used to be. It's not nearly as meta as it used to be, but it is still meta in a sense. It's either Super Mad Dance or Eagle Kick. They do around the same damage, and they do the same thing, except Eagle Kick is vanishable in most scenarios. Like before they hit you with it, you can vanish it and it won't hit you. But with Super Mad Dance, it's the same way, but as soon as you get caught in the first hit, that's it, you're done. You can also use it after knockaways. I know some people like to spam Perfect Shot, then Super Mad Dance, and that shit does an ass ton of damage. And then they also do Gigantic Omega with 100 strike super. So yeah, that does a shit ton of damage. But yeah, alright, so I'm gonna just skip to the Awoken one. I'm gonna go to the Ultimates back, because the Awoken skills list is not really hard to explain. Potential Unleash basically is like basic for everything. Not many people use Kaioken unless they have the Super Soul. Power Pro is very underrated, and Potential Unleash is, of course, whatever you think. It's like Super Saiyan, used by everyone. Evasive skill, Energy Barrier, easily the best evasive out of all the strikes. Well, I wouldn't say the best necessarily, but it is easily the most abusable, because you can also just Energy Barrier, kick away, Aura Slide, or a move or a combo straight afterwards as well. And I used to use this move at the beginning of the game because I used it, and I figured out you can combo after, and the next thing you know, a lot of people started using it, so I refrain from using it now because it is considered meta, and I don't like to be one of them players. Energy Barrier, unless you had a very small character to catch up to them, that was the only way you could combo after it. So I think they should do that with Energy Barrier. I think they should reduce the time on it, so that way they can't combo after it, unless it's like I mean, I know Energy Barrier, the Death Beam, and Xeno 1 will work, so that's okay, because they're not really necessarily like continuing a full combo afterward. So Energy Barrier, it's okay. It's not okay actually. I lied, but Energy Barrier needs to be fixed. I believe like it is hard to deal with, very hard to deal with, and especially if somebody's burning their stamina with it too, or using Rise to Action. Energy Barrier Rise to Action was always a thing. If they make it to where you can only use Rise to Action after certain things, or a certain cooldown after another move, or something like that, that's the only way they can fix it. But necessarily using Energy Barrier Rise to Action, you just gotta hit them with that stamina bullshit. You just gotta unvanishable stamina break, to be honest. There's no, if somebody using Injury Bear Rise to action, they're basically just conserving their stamina to a shit ton. They're being a stamina whore, and they're doing it in an unpunishable way, especially if they do it after every hit that you do. Yeah, unvanishable. Enough of that shit. Alright, so Dragon Fist, you can understandably meta. Once they fixed it to where you can hit it even if they have stamina, they didn't realize that it was unvanishable. And in some cases, it still is unvanishable unless the connection is good. You know, if you have a 4-ball or 5-ball with somebody, yeah, you're gonna be able to finish out a Dragon Fist. But Dragon Fist can still be in its own regard, because Xenoverse is not entirely how do you play? It's not 100% sure. It's not guaranteed to work. It's not consistent. Xenoverse 2 is too consistent, especially with the service. And in the next move, pretty obvious, Justice Combination. Justice Combination does a lot of damage. It does 11k on my character. Quick damage, stuns the opponent's guard, or stamina wise. And if they do block Justice Combination, it obliterates their guard. So, and then they made it to where you can't combo afterwards so easily when their stamina is broken, but nevertheless, Shining Slash is a thing, and that can be considered meta in a sense, because when you knock away Shining Slash on a certain connections, it is unvanishable. And then next up, this is a new one, but I see a lot of people use it, and they usually use it wrong. This is not really a meta move. It's just a move people try to use like meta, but they don't know how to use it. So what they'll do is knock away Burning Strike as if that would work, or like they never played with Trunks. And this is what happens when you don't play with regular characters. So yeah, if they would be wise, they would knock away and do it. I mean, knock down to the ground and do it. So like, if they knock you down to the ground with like a sledgehammer, or close to the ground with a downward combo, and then do Burning Strike, and you try to vanish that, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get hit by it. So it's gonna have that super God Fist Savage Strike effect to it. So if you see somebody using an ultimate, just use your evasive immediately, especially if you can't see what they're doing. Otherwise, it'll hit you out your evasive as well if you wait too late. But yeah, that's my meta list for Strike Super moves, supers, and ultimates. I'll do one on Ki Blast supers later on. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if y'all enjoyed. Leave a comment, let me know what y'all thoughts were, and hopefully we don't need an update to the male human starter pack, because I'm seeing some changes and it's not looking too good.